Have you ever felt like something's just off in your body, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Maybe you've been feeling more tired lately, or noticed your ankles swelling for no reason. You tell yourself it's just aging, maybe just a bad night's sleep or too much salt. But what if these small, easy-to-ignore signs are actually your kidneys waving a red flag, quietly crying for help? As we get older, especially past 60, our kidneys naturally go through wear and tear. But here's the thing. They're also incredibly quiet when something's wrong. Unlike your heart, which pounds loudly during stress, or your stomach, which complains when you've eaten the wrong thing, your kidneys often suffer in silence until it's too late. That's why today, I want to have a real conversation with you. One that could protect your health, your independence, and even your life. Because those quiet signs your kidneys give off, they're not random. They're messages. And if we learn to recognize them early enough, we can do something about it. So, stay with me, because we're going to talk about some strange but powerful warning signs your kidneys might be giving you right now. Signs that many people overlook or brush off. The earlier we catch them, the better chance we have of turning things around with simple, practical changes. Let's begin with a sign that might sound strange at first. Persistent metallic taste in your mouth. If you've ever felt like your food tastes off, or noticed a constant bitter or metallic flavor, even when you're not eating anything, this could be more than just dry mouth or old dental work. When kidneys aren't working well, waste and toxins build up in the bloodstream. Some of those toxins can alter the way your food tastes, or even cause bad breath. Many seniors chalk this up to aging or poor appetite, but it could actually be a sign that your body isn't filtering properly. And when food stops tasting good, you eat less, lose weight, and your body gets even weaker, creating a dangerous cycle. Another curious sign? Itchy skin that just won't go away. I'm not talking about an occasional rash or a mosquito bite. I mean that deep, annoying, hard-to-scratch itch, especially on your arms, back, or legs. When your kidneys can't filter waste out of your body, it can lead to a buildup of substances like urea and phosphorus in the blood. These toxins don't just float around, they irritate the skin from the inside out. And the more your kidneys struggle, the worse the itching can get. Creams won't help much, because the problem isn't on the surface. It's coming from within. If you've been dealing with unexplained itching, don't ignore it. Your kidneys might be asking for help. Now, let's talk about something you probably wouldn't connect to kidney health at all. Trouble concentrating or memory fog. Yes, that fuzzy feeling where you walk into a room and forget why, or you have trouble following a conversation. While brain fog can come from many causes, one of the sneakiest is kidney dysfunction. You see, your brain relies on clean, oxygen-rich blood to function clearly. When kidneys don't remove waste efficiently, toxins can accumulate in the blood, and those toxins affect the brain too. This can make you feel groggy, sluggish, or mentally cloudy. Many people assume it's just part of aging or a bad night's sleep. But if this brain fog happens frequently, especially with other symptoms like fatigue or poor appetite, your kidneys could be behind it. Speaking of fatigue, this next sign is one that nearly every senior experiences at some point, but often overlooks: constant tiredness that doesn't go away with rest. When your kidneys are damaged, they don't just filter blood. They also help produce a hormone called erythropoietin. This hormone tells your body to make red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. Without enough red blood cells, your tissues and muscles don't get the oxygen they need, and that leads to anemia. You feel drained, weak, out of breath, and like you just can't get your energy back, no matter how much you rest. If this kind of tiredness feels familiar, don't just blame your age. Your kidneys may be slowing down, and they're trying to tell you. And here's another unusual but important signal: puffy eyes, especially in the morning. Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed that your eyelids are swollen, like you've been crying, even though you haven't? That puffiness can be a sign that your kidneys are leaking protein into your urine. Normally, healthy kidneys keep protein inside your body, where it helps build muscle and keeps your blood balanced. But when the filters in your kidneys are damaged, they start to leak. And protein in the urine doesn't just show up on a test. It can show up on your face in the form of swelling around the eyes. This is one of the earliest signs of kidney trouble, and it's easy to miss, especially if you're not looking for it. These signs may seem minor on their own. A little tiredness, a bit of puffiness, a metallic taste. But when you connect the dots, a bigger picture starts to emerge. Your kidneys aren't just background players in your health. They're working 24/7 to keep your body clean, your blood balanced, and your energy stable. When they're in trouble, they whisper, not shout. Now that we've opened the door to these early warning signs, those whispers your body might be giving you, it's time to keep listening closely. Because the more you understand what your body is trying to say, the more power you have to protect your health, your independence, and your future. Let's continue with a few more surprising signals that your kidneys might be crying for help. Another unexpected sign your kidneys may be struggling is something you might notice when you look down at your shoes: swollen ankles, feet, or legs. Now, we all know that standing for too long or eating too much salt can cause a bit of puffiness. But when your kidneys aren't doing their job properly, that fluid doesn't get filtered and removed the way it should. Instead, it starts to build up in your lower body, thanks to gravity. You might notice your socks leaving deeper marks than usual, or that your shoes feel tighter by the end of the day. What makes this even trickier is that swelling can also be a sign of heart issues or circulation problems, so it's easy to overlook the kidneys. But persistent, unexplained swelling, especially when paired with other symptoms we've talked about, shouldn't be ignored. It's your body saying, "Help me flush this out. I can't do it alone anymore." Now, let's talk about changes in urination, one of the clearest signs that something could be off with your kidneys. And no, we're not just talking about going more or less often, though that does matter. You want to pay attention to how your urine looks, smells, and feels. Is it foamy? Cloudy? Darker than usual? Does it burn? Or do you find yourself waking up multiple times during the night to go, even though you didn't drink much before bed? These may seem like small inconveniences, but they're also clues. Healthy kidneys produce clean, clear urine. But when something's wrong, waste products, proteins, or even blood can sneak through, and that shows up in the toilet. It might not always be dramatic, like bright red blood. Sometimes it's subtle, like persistent bubbles in the bowl, or a strong ammonia smell. That's why it's worth taking a quick glance before you flush. It might sound strange, but your urine can reveal a lot more than most people think. Next up is a sign that hits close to home for so many people over 60. feeling cold all the time, even when everyone else seems perfectly comfortable. You may bundle up while others are in short sleeves, or sleep under extra blankets year-round. Now, sure, our circulation slows a bit with age. But if you're always cold, no matter how warm the room is, your kidneys might be playing a role. Poor kidney function can cause anemia, which means your body doesn't have enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen efficiently. Without that oxygen, your muscles and tissues stay cold. You might also feel weak, dizzy, or short of breath. It's not just being sensitive to the weather. It's a deeper kind of chill, one that comes from the inside out. And when it starts showing up alongside fatigue, poor appetite, or brain fog, your kidneys could be behind it. And speaking of appetite, here's another one many people brush off: a loss of interest in food. Maybe your favorite meals just don't excite you anymore, or you feel full faster than you used to. Some seniors say food tastes bland, or that they're just not hungry much these days. While that might seem harmless, it's often a warning sign. When kidneys are overwhelmed, toxins build up and can affect your digestive system. They can cause nausea, a sour stomach, and changes in taste that make food less appealing. The danger here is that less food means less nutrition, which means weaker muscles, lower immunity, and more fatigue, making your kidneys work even harder in the long run. If you've noticed that meals have become more of a chore than a pleasure, it's worth looking deeper. Now let's talk about something most people don't associate with kidneys at all: muscle cramps, especially at night. Have you ever been woken up by a sudden stabbing cramp in your calf or foot? Do your muscles twitch or feel unusually tight without reason? While dehydration and low magnesium are often blamed, kidney health plays a major role here too. That's because your kidneys regulate key minerals like potassium, calcium, and sodium. When they're out of balance, your muscles don't function properly, and cramps are the result. These cramps can feel sharp, sudden, and can leave soreness behind. If they're happening regularly, especially with other strange symptoms, your kidneys may be sending a clear message: I'm struggling to keep your body balanced. And finally, before we move on, let's talk about a sign that's emotional as well as physical: shortness of breath. It's not just about being out of shape. When kidney function declines, fluid can build up in the lungs, making it harder to breathe deeply. Or, again, anemia may reduce oxygen flow in your blood, leaving you gasping after just a little effort. You might find yourself winded after climbing stairs, walking across the room, or even just talking for a while. It's easy to think, well, I'm just getting older. But aging doesn't mean gasping for air. If breathlessness is becoming a daily thing, your kidneys could be quietly affecting more than you realize. So here we are. We've uncovered more strange and subtle signs that your kidneys may be waving a white flag. Signs that hide in plain sight. Signs that often get brushed off or blamed on just getting older. But the truth is, aging doesn't mean suffering. It doesn't mean feeling tired, foggy, or uncomfortable every day. These signs are your body's way of asking for help, and that's something we can give. Let's keep going, because there are still a few more important messages your kidneys might be trying to send you. Let's continue tuning in to those subtle messages your body might be sending, because when we know better, we can act better. One of the most overlooked kidney-related signs is frequent nausea or vomiting, especially when there doesn't seem to be a clear reason. Maybe you feel queasy in the mornings, or your stomach turns at the sight or smell of certain foods. Perhaps you've even started losing weight because eating just doesn't sit right anymore. This isn't just a stomach problem. It could be your kidneys. When the kidneys aren't doing their job of filtering out toxins, those waste products build up in the bloodstream. And your body, being smart, tries to get rid of them any way it can. including through the digestive system. That's where the nausea comes in. It's not from something you ate. It's your body's desperate attempt to purge what the kidneys can't filter out. If this happens occasionally, it might not raise alarms. But when it becomes a pattern, especially if it leads to unintentional weight loss or a distaste for food, it's time to pay attention. Now, let's talk about a symptom that's not just physical, but can impact your relationships, mood, and daily quality of life. Feeling unusually irritable, anxious, or even depressed. Yes, your kidneys can affect your mind. It might surprise you, but when kidney function declines, your blood chemistry shifts, and those chemical changes can have a real impact on how you feel emotionally. The buildup of toxins doesn't just affect your organs and skin, it also affects your brain. You may find yourself snapping at people for no reason, feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks, or withdrawing from things you once enjoyed. And it's not just about mood swings. Some seniors even describe feeling like a different person entirely. Less motivated, less patient, less joyful. Sadly, these emotional changes are often dismissed as just part of aging or blamed on loneliness. But many times, there's a physical cause underneath it all. When we take care of our kidneys, we're not just protecting our physical health. We're supporting our mental and emotional well-being too. One last strange but powerful signal your kidneys might be sending is bad breath that won't go away, or a sour taste in your mouth that lingers no matter how much you brush or rinse. It's not about poor hygiene, it's about your blood. When waste products like urea build up because the kidneys aren't filtering properly, they can affect your breath, leaving a smell that's often described as fishy, sour, or similar to ammonia. It might seem like a small thing, but if you've noticed people pulling back a little when you talk, or you've become self-conscious about how your breath smells, this could be an internal red flag, not a dental one. So there you have it. 10 strange, quiet, and easily missed signals your kidneys might be sending when they're in trouble. From swelling in the feet to foggy thinking, from itchy skin to persistent bad breath. Your body is trying to tell you something. And now that you know what to listen for, you're one step ahead in protecting your health. But here's the part I want you to really hear. None of these signs mean it's too late. In fact, the sooner we recognize these whispers, the better chance we have of turning things around. The kidneys are incredibly resilient organs. With the right attention, through lifestyle changes, healthier food choices, and regular checkups, they can often bounce back, or at least avoid getting worse. And that's why this matters so much. Because your health is not just about avoiding illness, it's about protecting your freedom. The freedom to move around on your own, to enjoy meals with family, to wake up each morning with energy and purpose, to remember names, laugh at jokes, and walk outside without fear. Taking care of your kidneys might seem like a small piece of the puzzle, but it supports all the other parts of your life. So, if any of these signs sounded familiar to you, don't panic, but do act. Start by making a list of the symptoms you've experienced, no matter how small they seem. Bring it with you to your next doctor's appointment. Ask for simple kidney function tests. They're quick and non-invasive. And most importantly, listen to your body. Trust it. It's been with you all this time, and it knows how to speak if you're willing to listen. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs in yourself or someone you care about? Share your story in the comments below. It might help someone else more than you know. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your healthiest life after 60. Remember, small changes can lead to big victories. You deserve to feel good, think clearly, and live fully at every age. So keep taking care of yourself, keep staying curious, and keep choosing health every single day.